Hey everyone, I'm here in sunny Orlando, Florida, and out checking out the neighborhood. One of the things I like best about mountain bikes is you can pretty much go anywhere and do anything on them. You can fly down trails, you can ride skate parks, and what I do a lot of the time is just cruise around the neighborhood and just find things to play on. Today I'm going to do a little bit of balance line training with the old Bronson. And one of the best ways to do that is just riding on a curb. So let me show you. I'm going to ride up on the end here and try to stay on it and shout out a few tips along the way. So a lot of the time I like to keep the seat down, kind of trial style, but for this stuff, which you're going to find sometimes on trails, you're going to find balance lines, balance beams, or just tight single track. A lot of times you're going to have the seat up, and that can be good for balance as well. Basically what I do is just try to keep my head centered, and you're going to use your body to correct, and try to look as far ahead as possible, which does help a lot with keeping your center line of balance. One of the best things about riding around the neighborhood looking for stuff to play on is, like, for instance, the curb. There's pretty much no consequence, but it's as good as practice as it would be if you were 10 feet in the air. You might not have noticed, but my back wheel slipped off there, and I just kind of steered it back on and kept going. And that's really the best way to practice, is where there's not a lot of consequence and you're not really too worried about getting hurt. But yeah, again, I'm just keeping my head and my shoulders centered, using my body to correct. And faster a lot of times is easier too, but you don't really need to go top speed to stay balanced. Really, balance is more about finding the speed that works for you and keeping in control. So yeah, the key is to use your legs, use your shoulders, and try to stay centered as best you can. You're really trying to keep your center of gravity over the bottom bracket, but keeping forward momentum helps quite a bit too. And also breathe. Breathing is a big part of staying relaxed and being able to stay focused and keep that balance. So down the road a little bit, found some highway dividers here. This is another good drill, exercise, or challenge to try to see how good your balance is. And going to try to again use staying centered, using my body to stay balanced. And you can even kick your foot out off the pedal, and that can kind of create a counterbalance technique that actually helps quite a bit. So let's see if I can make it down this whole row. So yes, that was very difficult. I had a lot of body corrections. I actually had to hop the wheel a little bit because these are not all exactly in line. Had the leg off, but ultimately I got to the end, and that's what's fun about mountain bikes. You can ride them anywhere.